Hi everyone, and welcome to a basic training session on ThinkCell. So in case you haven't had the time to download ThinkCell, I'm just gonna really quickly go over how to download it. So you wanna make sure that Excel and PowerPoint are completely closed. And then you wanna go to thinkcell.com/download. You're gonna put in there your Cal Poly email. A link will be sent to this email with the download instructions. You're going to follow those instructions. Once completely installed, you're going to reopen PowerPoint. You're going to enter in this license key. A way to make sure that ThinkCell has been correctly downloaded is it's going to be located in the Insert tab of PowerPoint. It's going to be located right here and look like this. That is going to be your new ThinkCell group. So a little bit of background on what ThinkCell is. ThinkCell is an add-in for Microsoft PowerPoint and Excel, and it's really going to help you create professional-looking presentations in a really short amount of time. So at its heart, ThinkCell is a productivity tool, and it's going to help you create really impactful presentations going forward. So the first example I'm going to have you follow along with and do is you're going to create a stacked bar chart. And it's going to look like this. So this is just an example. And when you really drill down into the different elements, it does take you quite a bit amount of time to fit something this simple in PowerPoint. So if you look at all the labels you have to place, the break in the bar chart, as well as the compounding annual growth rate, you do all those elements. And when they ask people who do this every day in their jobs and are really proficient, they said that this will take about 10 minutes to produce something that's professional. So let's take a look at recreating this using ThinkCell and some of the efficiencies that you would use. As I said in the beginning, ThinkCell is an add-in for PowerPoint and Excel that you're going to find in the Insert tab for both. It's going to be located right here. So we're going to click this Elements drop-down menu and click the matching chart, which is a stacked bar chart. Click on that. This orange box is going to appear, and this box is just going to tell you where your chart will be located. Once you find a spot that you would like for it to be placed, you can just click that down. Automatically, you see that an internal datasheet pops up every time you make a new chart. This is an Excel object that lives within your PowerPoint and within your Excel chart. This allows you to have easy access to your data at all times. And if, for example, you accidentally close that out, you have two options. You can either double click on your chart and it brings you automatically to the datasheet, or you can click this bottom right icon to open it up. And for putting in data into your datasheet, you have a couple options. You can manually enter in the data, which is what we're going to do for this example. You can copy and paste data from another data source. And you can also use Excel formulas in this Excel object as well. The other option that I will go over later is linking your work from an existing Excel worksheet into a ThinkCell chart. But for this purpose, I'm going to just type in the data. So as I'm doing this, you should be following along as well. And once you start putting in the numbers, you can see that it automatically builds the chart as you type in those numbers. So this is a really great way to make sure that it is looking correct in the way you want as you type in that information. We can close that. And let's make this a little bit bigger. So now that all the data is in there correctly, you can kind of see that it's just not very compelling or giving you a lot of insights from the way it looks right now. So in order to make the graph look more connected, we're going to take a large segment out of this area because it's just obscuring all the other segments and making the visibility of the chart not really great. So in order to do this, you're going to right click on this segment. And what this is going to do is this is going to bring up your context menu. And so this context menu, anytime you click on a segment or on the chart in general, is a list of features, of enhancements, and annotations that you can do to the chart. So in case we want to add it, we're going to right click and we're going to click the add break button. And it automatically calculates that break for you. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to right click on the chart, bring up our context menu, and we're going to add the y-axis. So we're going to click that. As you can see, it automatically puts that break in for you on the y-axis. We should also add a break down here. Right click, bring up that context menu, and add a baseline break. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the compounding annual growth rate. So we're going to right click on the chart. We're going to go to add compound growth arrow. We're going to click that. As you can see, it automatically auto-calculated, and we are going to put that over 2011 to 2013. And we're going here, and let's label this 2011 to 2013. And as you can see, as I was typing it in, the text bar was automatically adjusting to make sure that it's not interfering with any of the other elements. So as I was talking, we were able to create that chart in a shorter amount of time than the 10 minutes. It would probably take you tops around 2 minutes to make a chart. That's really professional through practice as well as if you're doing it on your own. Like I said before, you have the option to either manually enter in the data as well as put it into a link in Excel document if you already have one. So I'm going to show you how to link an Excel document. So what we're going to do is let's just minimize this, and we're going to pull up the financial data worksheet. So just like in PowerPoint, ThinkCell is going to be located in the Insert tab of Excel. It's going to be located right here. So in order to make this into a chart, we're going to highlight our data. We're going to go to the Insert tab, and we're going to go to Charts. So for this one, let's make an upward-facing stack chart. So we're going to click that. Automatically brings you to your PowerPoint if you already have one open. If you don't have one open, then a blank PowerPoint will open up. You can also move between slides as well in case that it opened up to the wrong slide. So we're going to put that in, and it automatically comes up. So let's make this a little bigger so it's easier to read. A question that we get a lot is if you need to change the data, do you need to change it in both places? And the answer is you do not have to. So let's say we wanted to open it back up and change Q2 of Rhode Island from 22 to 18. So we made that change. We're going to minimize this. And once you go back to your PowerPoint and you click on your chart, you're going to see this flag pop up. This flag is telling you that there has been a change to the data on your Excel document. And you have a couple options here. If you want to make a one-time change, you can just click on the flag and it automatically changes it. Or you can left click on the chart and that will bring you to the main menu. This main menu is going to be where you change things like your fonts as well as your colors. This is also where you can revert changes that were made, manually update it, or set it for automatic updates. Another feature on here that's really helpful is these 6 options here. These 6 options are what ThinkCell recommends that you can use as well for the data that was selected. So this allows you to see the data in 6 different forms in order for you to find the one that best fits your data, rather than having to build out all the charts alone. So the last feature I'm going to show you is something that I find really cool, and it is called chart scanning. So this stemmed from customers that ran into an issue when they wanted to use a chart that they saw in a PDF report or an article online. There wasn't really a great option to pull the chart out of the presentation in a professional looking way. The only things were to painstakingly recreate the chart or just have a screenshot. But so for example, here we have a screenshot from The Economist that we want to make into a ThinkCell chart. You're gonna go to the Elements drop-down menu. You're gonna find the chart that matches into a clustered chart. Click that and we're gonna put it on here. As usual, the Excel data sheet pops up. You're gonna go to the Insert tab, you're gonna click this button right here, Capture Chart Data Capture. When you click that, that's gonna hover over the chart for you. And you're gonna make it bigger so it covers everything. You're gonna click Fill Data Sheet. So once you have the data sheet filled, you can see it puts in all of the data for you correctly. You just need to make sure that the spelling is correct because sometimes it doesn't get the spelling 100% right. But now that you have it, you are able to do everything that you can with the ThinkCell chart using your context menu as well as using your main menu. So thank you so much for following along on this, and I highly recommend you all to keep exploring what ThinkCell can do, and there are a bunch of tutorials on YouTube on how to do the rest. And thank you for following along in the workshop.